Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the fucking nerd, John Norgrove. This is Wife here, and this is Star Trek Thursday, but on a Friday this one time, just fucking go with it.
And with crazy hair.
I guess, yeah. We watched some Star Trek, and then yesterday I had a bunch of housework to do with regard to the new birds. We'll get there, don't worry.
Yep.
You'll learn. Follow us on social media to figure that stuff out, and I guess since I'm saying that, don't forget to like this video, comment below, share, subscribe, and do all that kind of stuff. Subscribe to this channel. What are you doing? We're awesome.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about Star Trek. Last we left off, Season 3, Episode 16, Blood Fever. So, let's move right into Season 3, Episode 17, Unity. So, this is basically like Chakotay gets kidnapped by like a pretty blonde lady, and then come to find out that pretty blonde lady is secretly a Borg, and they're secretly on a Borg planet. But he has like a concussion from his kidnapping or whatever. And so, they're like, we can heal you with psionic Borg waves. And so they just, like, do that. And I guess the writers forgot about Borg nanobots or something.
Yeah.
It's really weird. This whole episode kind of, like, vaguely doesn't make any sense to me. But, like, whatever. The healing psionic waves help him, and come to find out these Borg are, like, good people. But, like, because they have some, dissension amongst the ranks, they want to like reunify their minds, but not join the collective, just reunify their minds. And so Janeway's like, listen, like we'll give you supplies and stuff, you guys seem cool, but we're not gonna help you reunify your minds. That shit seems incredibly sketchy.
Yeah.
And so they take over Chakotay's mind with them because they healed him with the mind powers, like whatever the heck, and then he just becomes like he like gets taken over, and then like fires, like, does a thing on the Borg cube that they were investigating that started this, that kicked this all off. And, Janeway's like, what the fuck, Chakotay? And he's just like, none of this shit. And then they leave him, and they basically, like, they send Voyager a long-distance chat, and they're just like, hey, thanks for letting us take advantage of you to help you. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Whatever, you know? So, whatever. That's the end of that episode. It's one of those weird, like, wrap-up, you know, monster of the week kind of episodes, like, who cares, right? So, okay, so, episode 18 is Darkling, and they go to they're, like, on a planet or whatever, and, like, they're doing some trading, and it's, like, a regular episode, and then, like, a mysterious, first of all, Kes and Neelix broke up. In like the last couple episodes or whatever, I feel like that wasn't like fully explored.
It definitely
It felt very
not.
like, oh, they broke up, guys, don't worry about it. So anyway, they broke up, and this like swarthy alien man is just like, what's up, Cass? Like, we can go on adventures together. And she's like, I mean, maybe. Like, maybe insofar she literally goes to the captain, and it's like, hey, Janeway, this guy, he's pretty hot, what's up?
Yeah.
So he gets pushed off a cliff. And the doctor's like trying to heal him up, and like Tuvok's trying to figure out the mystery and whatever the fuck, and then come to find out it was like this mysterious figure, and he's booked stuff to get off the ship, and then like B'Elanna Torres is trying to do like routine maintenance on the doctor, and the doctor had been integrating like famous people from throughout history, and every famous person he chose is like a great person and like a philosophizer, but also has like a murder streak running through their minds. And so all of the murder streaks came together to create a Council of Darkness, and now the Doctor is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This is literally just a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde episode, and it's fucking great.
This so is fantastic.
Robert Picardo, first of all, the Doctor's my favorite character, obviously, but Robert Picardo is a fucking amazing actor, and he does such a great job, like being this, like, 1 minute he's cool, and then he's like, glitch, now he's this evil guy, and, you know, they just have, like, these, like, white, like, contacts in to make
just,
him
like,
look
small,
evil. Like, tiny details and differences. It's fantastic. But, so they figure out it's him, and, what do they end up doing? Oh, they end up chasing him to the edge of a cliff, and, like, he jumps off the cliff with Kes, because he's like, Kes is like, you're not gonna hurt me. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, literally everything you've done has been to keep me around you. And he's like, bullshit! And he jumps off a cliff with her, and they just transport those motherfuckers back to the ship.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, what is this place? What is going on here? And then he's like, glitch. Hey guys, why am I wearing these clothes? What's going on here? And they're like, turn this motherfucker off. Let's get that shit fixed. And Belana Torres is like, doctor, you fucking talk to me when you change shit. You're not an engineer. You're a doctor. What are you doing? You know? So this great episode.
Yeah.
Great work from the doctor. Great work from Cass. Solid episode, Darkling. Episode 19 is Rise, which is where they're trying to help a planet that has asteroids being fired, or like meteors are gonna crash on the planet and kill the planet. But come to find out, they're like not real meteors, and
they're sent from like another civilization to try and take them over.
Yeah. And so let's see, Tuvok and Neelix go on a planet, and they end up crashing, and they have to take like a maglev like space elevator up. And the space elevator like isn't working, and there's all sort of like mystery and stuff. And Neelix straight up is just like, listen, Tuvok, you have been a piece of shit to me this whole goddamn time. This shit is unfucking acceptable. I'm trying my damn hardest. And Tuvok's like, I don't have any animosity towards you. And he's like, that's what I'm talking about. You don't even have animosity. You feel nothing for me. You're a piece of shit.
And the
Fuck your
bystanders
Vulcan logic.
in this space elevator are like, no, he's right. You're really mean to him like all the time.
Yeah, like a lady who has met them for a total of maybe an hour is just like, listen, you're kind of a cock to this guy. Calm it the fuck down.
Yeah.
But so whatever, they end up making it up in there, and they're like, everybody gets saved, and like the alien species that's invading them gets kind of like shooed off by Voyager, and you really get to see Neelix like developing into a Starfleet officer.
Yeah.
Which is really good, especially seeing as how like only like what 4 episodes ago we saw Neelix get like caught up in some shenanigans where Janeway was like none of this shit, and he fucking cracked down. He like knows all the codes. He's trying to help out annoyingly, trying, but like trying. So like it's heartwarming or whatever the fuck.
Oh wait, and that episode is the best like line out of all of these ones I think that we watched. So there's a couple of fights on the top of this like space elevator.
Yeah.
And Tuvok is there for one of them, and the guy tries to push him off, and he thinks that he pushed Tuvok off and didn't. And the guy comes back in and is like, and they're like, where's Tuvok? And he's like, Tuvok has returned to the surface.
Yeah.
And Tuvok didn't, so then they get everything back and
Yeah.
everything's fine. And at the very end, you have your like sort of recap, everything's fine on the Voyager crew scene where they're telling Janeway what happened. And Janeway's like, what happened?
Oh no, the ambassador of this alien species is like, what happened to bloody whatever, Silky or whatever his name
looks
is.
at Tuvok and is like, that dude returned to the surface.
Which is great for the audience, but Tuvok was hanging outside of the ship when that happened, so
He
to
had
Tuvok,
no idea.
Neelix just made like a weird action hero one-liner that has no context, but to us it was fantastic, so who fucking cares? So after that is episode 20, Favorite Son, where they are like flying at warp, and Harry Kim gets like weirdly sick about some stuff, and like these aliens are just like, welcome to our space, fuck your shit, and starts firing, and Voyager is like, what the fuck is going on with this shit? And then these like other aliens show up and chase him off, and they're like, our son has returned, and they're like, what? And so
Harry Kim's like, I've already got parents.
Yeah, Harry Kim's like, I'm like a little Earth Chinese boy. What is happening here? Oh, he has flashbacks to his mom and shit. He's just like, what is happening here? And they're like, no. Listen, we like went across the galaxy and we like impregnated your mom in secret. She didn't know about it or whatever the fuck. And then we like let people return, and like men are super sacred. So they get down there, and Tom Paris is trying to like slide into the DMs of all these hot girls.
All
and
of them.
None of them want anything to do with him, and they're all
Or
just
like
the
Harry
whole time,
Kim's half
the whole episode. I'm just gonna fucking accidentally start playing an episode here. They're like, oh Harry, the whole episode. This is the way that they're acting. But there's like 5 of them just touching his body constantly.
Yeah.
Honestly, as a person who doesn't prefer to be touched by people, I would just be like, oh shit. It's crazy. You guys are acting real crazy. This is very suspicious. I don't want to be down here. But Harry Kim's just like, this is a bunch of hot ladies, and I have been hitting like zeros.
Yeah.
On Voyager, so like, why the fuck not?
Harry Kim
Come to
in
find
his
out.
first love life.
There's also like a weirdly 80s, 90s like frat bro guy who's just like, isn't this great, dude? I just returned from another place. This is the best. Look at all these hotties. This one's gonna be my first wife, and this one's gonna be my second wife. You should do some drugs with me, because they're doing like weird breath drugs or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And Harry Kim's sort of like, eh. And then that guy gets like bonded or whatever they call marriage there. And come to find out, they're just fucking like
They're just, like,
succubuses,
sucking
and they just
the
suck
life
his
energy
like
out.
genetic life energy out. And so Harry Kim sees that shit and is like, none of your shit! And then luckily Voyager, like, saves him, and they save the day.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I feel like Harry Kim was very prepared to leave Voyager for, like, a minute there, and Voyager was like, we should leave, and like the aliens that had first attacked him were just like, Harry Kim's not gonna want to come back, don't worry about it, you guys should get the fuck out of here. And Janeway's just like, no! Not my Harry Kim!
Yeah.
Not Ensign Kim!
Yeah.
And so they go back
Kim.
and they save puppy Ensign Kim.
Yeah.
And
Another episode of Harry Kim's cursed love life.
Yeah, boy, that guy, you don't even know him.
Any episode that's him and a romantic person.
Yeah, you know that
like
it's
done.
not gonna end great for Kim.
Yeah.
And so the last episode we're going to go over is episode 21, Before and After, which is where we jump 9 years into the future. Kess is married to
Tom
Paris. Janeway is dead. B'Elanna is dead. Chipotle is now captain of the ship. And she's like, 9 is the age that Ocampos start getting Alzheimer's and dying. And so she gets Alzheimer's and dies, but instead of dying, she starts flashing backwards in time and they're trying to figure out what's happening. They reference the year of hell. And, then, like, she literally goes, like, all the way back, and they try to save her a couple of times, and she goes all the way back to, when she was born, and then she goes back down to a single-cell organism, and then everything's black, and then she jumps forward real quickly through time, back to where they, like saved her, which is the correct time for when this episode would take place, not with any future jumps in the story, and so they, like, rescue her, and it's fine, but, she comes out of this a little weird.
Yeah.
Especially around at one point in time, like she jumps back to before the time where they save her, it's like the jump backwards in time right before the time where they save her, and she like jumps back and she's like, Tom, I need your help, and Tom's just like, oh hey Kess, and like turns around and is like, bleh, with B'Elanna Torres, and Kess is like, what the fuck, right? Because like she just went through a whole thing where, so let's just talk about this future 9 years in the future thing. Kess is married to Tom. They had a daughter. That daughter is half Ocampos, so she ages super fast. So within a year or so would be my guess.
A couple of years.
Or a couple of years.
Yeah.
Tom's daughter and Kess's daughter are now an adult and is married to Harry Kim, and they have a grandson.
Kess's daughter and Harry Kim
have a son, which is Kess's grandson.
Yeah. And Tom Paris.
Tom Paris' grandson. Which is like, they very briefly reference that this is fucking super awkward, but it's only for like a second, so we just move past it. But that's, I guess Harry Kim got that relationship to work. He had a kid out of that one. I mean, the lady's gonna die in like 9 years, and they have a 70-year journey, so that's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
whatever.
Like that's also a cursed love life.
Yeah, well,
Harry Kim and his cursed love life.
Yeah. So
might need to make a graphic for that.
Those are Harry Kim cursed love life graphic. So those are the 5 episodes that we watched.
Wasn't that the first episode that Kess's hair changed? Also.
To the long hair?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. And she has long hair now, which is nice. So of these 5 episodes that we've talked about, what's your best bit?
Oof. I feel like the whole like intrigue of Kess ending up with Tom Paris.
Yeah. I feel like Kess, Tom Paris, but like Kess and Tom Paris have had a little bit of back and forth, so like maybe Tom Paris finally seals the deal or whatever the fuck. For me the best bit is just Harry Kim and that like douchebag guy, like sitting on like love couches while Harry Kim and the douchebag guy are getting all fucking rubbed up and shit, and the guys like the one lady comes over to the guy and is like psst, like sprays him in the mouth with fucking whatever drugs.
Space
Molly, and he's just like, oh. And Harry Kim, and she comes over to him, and Harry Kim's like, whoa, hey, I'm kind of a square. What's with these? What is this? And he's like, don't worry, dude, it's drugs. Everything's dope. And he's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And you're like, oh, Harry Kim's a wee baby. So to me, the whole like space, like vampire, succubus, Harry Kim thing. That just gets like neatly wrapped up, and they like the doctor just like removes that DNA. I like when sometimes the doctor can fix like, we'll just remove this DNA from your body, and sometimes the doctor's just like, I don't know, you got hit on the head or somebody's dead. You're like, I'm sorry, you just like altered this motherfucker's DNA like 2 episodes ago. This dude got hit on the head. You know what? Fine, whatever. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how this works. So that was the best bit.
You're
for
a
me.
YouTuber, not a doctor.
That's right. I'm a YouTuber, not a doctor. Or am I? Yeah, I am.
No,
Don't
you're...
worry about it. You didn't think I was gonna go there. I did. But either way, these were the 5 episodes of Voyager we watched. This is a good. We have 5 more episodes until the end of the season. Those will come out next week. And Voyager is picking up speed.
Yeah.
Every time we watch an episode, it feels like it's a little faster. It's a little bit more. We're more into the characters. These next 5 are going to be dramatic. So, yeah. I've been John Norgrove. This has been Wife. This has been Star Trek Thursday, even though it's on a Friday and there's no Philosopher's Friday. Don't worry about that. And don't forget to like this video, comment below, share, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell, that's correct. Hit us up on Patreon. We got a Patreon, so do whatever that is, where you patronize us or whatever. There's stuff there for you guys. It's gonna be gangster. Also, you would get your names in the credits once that starts happening.
Yeah.
And yeah, hit us up on social media and all that kind of stuff, and we'll catch you guys next time. Also, what's your favorite episode from the 5 that we talked about? And who's your favorite character from Voyager so far?
And
because
how do you feel about Tess's long hair?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
nice.
it.
Yeah. Okay, well.